Come on, set. 70, Indy.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Ready.
Now Jones. And Stills bringing it in. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
2-8-3, chop.
It's 4th down.
Clear. 55.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
We got 6-6. Pull it high.
You go tight. You got tight. You got
Gone.
On second and a couple. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now Jones on third down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jones operating from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On second down, Davis. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
I'm trying to collect. Pilot, 64, weak. Come. Ready, ready.
Throwing Jones. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Kill. Turn it up.
Bridgestone, travel. Go. Shoot.
Back to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, 133.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51.
My God.
Mayfield down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Good job, baby.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down, Raiders.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Going to throw right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass.
Staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold.
Tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he'll find Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
General West. 5.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Switch.
Hey, alert, alert! One touch!
On first down, Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 12-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Pistol.
51, Mike 51. All right, T, let's go.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Real. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Hey, alert!
No.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without timeout, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. First throw now for the backup Brady. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. They'll run with Davis. A gain of 3, second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Brady going to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. On first down, Brady. This is caught by Williams. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, team.
Hey, 66.
They go back to the ground now with Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, set. Wide, 80. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Time to go, night. Wait, 28.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
For Hayden Hurst, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
Let's go, let's go.
Rim.
From the 40 now on second down. Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 3. 50.
On the run, it's Davis. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Wait, set. 53. 55.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch.
80 weapon. Wait, 20 hit. Check it, reload.
From midfield, here's Brady. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Stills the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
Silver.
Alert.
Check. 59.
5.
Mike's 59. It just worked.
Mayfield on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Real.
59 Mike.
Shea, Wahoo.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mike 59. Go.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check 59, Mike.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
59. Come to my way.
Hey, orbit.
We want it. Come to
Going to the air again with Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. As his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. Arnie. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
49, check 49, check 49.
They go again with Davis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Wait 20.
Mike 54.
Don't get nervous. When he hits.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you've got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Here comes Peppers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
52's the mic, boy. 52. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, my 7.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Hey, two.
Check. 59. I got one.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it again here with Davis. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr., had the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Wait, set, 29, Alpha.
Check, watch 54. Hey, keep it up. Slam.
53, stand down.
On 3rd down, Davis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
72.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. This pass complete to Reynolds. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Wait, set, 380.
Mike's by 4. We own it. Under 10. 10.
Go Bandit. You draw Corkers.
Big Ed.
Alert.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, it's Davis, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
A loss of 1. It's now third down and 6.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Wide, get wide. Shadow!
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check the outs. Run.
59, hey, Alpha!
Watch the slant. Mike 5'9",
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now Mayfield. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Back to throw. And he'll find Hall. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I got you.
They'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, let go.
Rip left. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, alert. Come get my touch.
Mayfield. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Next drive, tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Brady, and he's got his man on the out route. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Brady. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Davis. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face.
To throw is Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Switch. Hey, Alabama.
They'll run with Davis. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 22. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Get ready.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field, at least not to start this. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Regular. Hey, Charlie. Mike, check. 50. Hurry. I got you.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.